Hello there guys, Mr. Missing in Action back with another video to help you out in Raid Shadow Legends. Today we're going to be looking at early game mistakes. Some of the more common mistakes that people make within this game in the early stages. There are a lot of mistakes that can be made and some of them are more significant than others. Anyway, let's get on with it and let's take a look at the things that you really should be avoiding doing in the early game. The first one is wasting your gems. Your gems are your resource here. I have got a video on how to spend your gems wisely on my channel. So for that one, take a look at my channel, take a look at my gems video to get the lowdown on what you should be doing with your gems and what you shouldn't be. But the key thing here is try not to waste them, okay? The second big mistake that people make when they go into the tavern is that they use books. Which, see, I've got a Cold Heart here. She's a rare champion. If you go into upgrade skills, people will use epic books on rare champions. This is something you absolutely should not do. Basically, rare books for rares, epic books for epics, legendary books for legendaries. Do not use epic books on rares or legendary books on rares or epics. Keep them for the correct champions. They are one of the rarest commodities in the game. They're incredibly difficult to get hold of. As you see, I've got 10 epic books here. There's no way I would be leveling up my skills on my Cold Heart using these, even though she is one of my stronger champions and they are all at level 1 my skills. I'm not going to use these. I'm going to wait until I get an epic champion that I want to skill up. So that's a big mistake there. Use the correct books on the correct champions. Another mistake that people make is that they feed champions that they really should be holding on to. Basically, you have a champion vault, and if you take a look at my champion vault, in my champion vault I have a lot of rares, an awful lot of rares, and a few epics at the top. I will not be feeding these champions. Never feed epics, ever. And never feed the first copy of any rare. If it's a rare that you're not interested in, stick it in your vault. And keep one copy if you take a look. I've got 2 copies of a few. But yeah, keep copies of rares. Once you've got one copy, so for example, I've got Chopper here. He's kind of a trash rare. I keep one copy in my vault. And then if I get a second copy, then I will feed him. The reason you want to be holding on to your rares and your epics is when it comes to fusions, where you get the opportunity to basically level up and ascend up various rares and epics and basically fuse them or change them into a legendary. Never ever feed the first copy of any rare. Never feed any epic. Use your mystery shards. Pull your common and uncommon champions and level them up to feed to the champions that you actually want to build on. Okay, so that's wasting epics, rares, wasting gems, wasting books. Another big mistake that people make in the early game is they waste energy in the dungeons. If we take a look, we do have the dungeons here. Now, it can be really tempting when you first start the game and the dungeons open up to go in and start wasting all your energy, because that's what it is. It's a waste of energy, using your energy in the early game in the dungeons. You're not going to be able to get very far into the levels. You're going to be kind of working on sort of stages 3, 4 and 5, unable to get any further. And basically the artifacts that you're going to get from them are going to be pretty feeble. You're going to be looking at like 2, 3 or 4 at best in terms of the star level. So it's a huge waste of energy. You can be spending like 10 energy on stage 4 in the dragon, for example, and you may only pull like a 2-star piece. You're going to get better starter artifacts by farming in the campaign, actually. And in the campaign, this is where you want to be spending all of your time in the early game. You want to be working your way through these different stages, 3-starring them, getting your rewards, and leveling up champions. Leveling up food so you can then level up the champions that you actually want to keep. When it comes to champions as well, it's another common mistake that people make in the game. Basically, they go in and they level an absolute ton of champions up to 5-star without focusing on trying to get a 6-star. The very first thing you want to be doing with champions is trying to get your starter champion up to 6-star. Here's my Kale look. He was my first 6-star champion. It's really important to get a 6-star because once you get them to ascend, once you get them up to 6-star, their power increases by about 50%. It allows you to continue further into the campaign and pull more rewards that way. So yeah, that's another thing that you want to avoid. Don't just make a load of 5 stars, leveling them up to 50. You will regret it because you'll hit a stalling point where you kind of can't go any further in the campaign. You can't progress within dungeons. And you'll go back and wish that you'd actually focused on one champion, usually your starter champion to begin with. That first 6-star actually should be somebody who can farm the campaign. So you're looking for somebody with AoE attacks. Kale, all the starter champions actually can farm all the way up to Brutal. Brutal 12-3 is where you want to be farming. They can all do it once you level them up to 6-star, put some half decent artifacts on them, ascend them a bit. So yeah, start on your starter champion, focus on that one until you get a 6-star. Once you get that first 6-star, then you focus on your second 6-star. Try to avoid going into the dungeons until you've got a full team of 6s. If you take a look here, I'm about 6 or 7 weeks into the game. I've been pushing it hard and already I have 6 stars, fully ascended, wearing some nice artifacts. Another mistake when it comes to artifacts is to actually take any 4-star or less artifact beyond level 12. Don't take any 4-star or below artifact to 16. If you actually take a look at what my apothecary is wearing here, you'll see I've got 5-star, took it to 16. 4-star to 12, 5, 16 and so on. I've got a ring there which you acquire from Spider's Den, which you will be avoiding to begin with. 4-star, I won't take it past 12. It becomes extremely expensive in terms of silver to take any artifact to level 16, so don't go wasting your early game silver, which in the early game is a rare commodity, on leveling up an artifact that you're not going to use for more than a couple of weeks. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much everything basically. Don't feed epics, don't feed legendaries, don't feed any rare unless you already have a copy that you've put into your vault. Don't waste your gems, don't use books on lower level champions, don't level any 4-star artifact past level 12, focus on building a 6-star champion, ideally your starter, and then once you've got that, you'll be able to progress in the campaign, and don't waste energy in the dungeons, guys. Understand your place in the game when you first begin. You're not going to be able to progress very far in anywhere apart from the campaign, and that's where your focus should be. Anyway, any questions, any comments, please leave them in the comments section below. Please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. Please leave a like. Help me to grow this channel so I can help you guys to grow your Raid Shadow Legends accounts in the early game. Anyway, Mr. Missing in Action is over and out. Peace out, guys. See you next time.